right now on Chronicle in High Definition.
Plus, Uke and Dustin are on her team.
I'm the sister, I'm the mom.
Her specialty, drawing up a game plan for life off the field. Kim Zayotti's story in just 70 seconds.
Coming up next, coaching all-stars and Hall of Famers.
She knows her job. She knows what's good for you.
Well, when the Boston Red Sox are on the field, of course, manager Terry Francona always in charge. But when they are off the field, the players rely on some other coaches for help and for guidance.
And Anthony, some of them, including Francona himself, call on a woman who's made a name for herself in the very male world of professional sports. Kim Zayotti, CEO of Blue Sky Sports and Entertainment.
I've never really encountered somebody to say, oh, well, you're a woman, I'm not sure if I want to work with you.
Kim Zayotti represents some of the top athletes in Boston, including newly anointed Hall of Famer Jim Rice, Kevin Youkilis, Dustin Pedroia, and Terry Francona. Kim is an attractive young BC grad who majored in English and philosophy. Now she's a kind of Jerry Maguire, swimming with the sharks in the rough and tumble world of sports management, a world clearly still male-dominated.
People always ask me, do you find that the athletes treat you differently? And they do, to a certain extent, although, you know, I'm the sister, I'm the mom, you know, they ask me funny questions about advice, and I'm usually the first one to know when they're getting married, they're going to have a baby.
How did Kim end up playing in this field? To help pay for law school, she worked for a sports attorney. From the moment she entered that arena, she was hooked.
My job is to bring opportunities to the player off the ice, off the field. So anything that you would see them doing, billboards, commercials, advertising, licensing, corporate appearances, speaking engagements, whether it's writing a book, literary deals, I do all of that.
Her best-known idea? Flutie Flakes, an instant phenomenon.
How many boxes of Flutie Flakes were sold?
2.5 million. We were actually outselling Frosted Flakes in the New York market.
In the small, tight world of sports management, Kim hears all the gossip and the wild stories, but she has great respect and affection for her clients.
Dustin Pedroia.
His father, at a very young age, instituted a really good work ethic. I mean, he tells me that he was sweeping his father's store at 7, 8, 9 years old.
Kevin Youkilis.
Silly. He can be goofy at times.
Terry Francona.
Terry brings out the best in people. There's nothing pretentious about him. He's very down to earth and a really nice person.
This July, client Jim Rice will finally be inducted into the Hall of Fame, a move Kim believes is long overdue.
Jim Rice, years ago, he was cool with the press, and they didn't like that. He was reserved.
I think people have often misunderstood the coolness as not wanting to be in the press. It wasn't about doing interviews for him. It was about doing his job on the field. And he has definitely gotten more comfortable with it because now he's not playing. You know, this is a very big year for Jim. There's been a tremendous amount of interest in him. He'll be all over the country. We've had interests, you know, from both seacoasts. And so he'll be very busy.
Dollar-wise, how does your career change when you make it into the Hall of Fame?
You know, it takes you to a whole new level. There are only a certain number of guys who get into the Hall of Fames for each individual sport, and it's putting you in that elite category. You know, you're really almost doubling your value in the marketplace.
Well, I think it's beyond trust. I mean, the trust is there because you see what she's done for you. And the thing about trust is you have in her that she knows her job. She knows what's good for you.
Kim doesn't seem to have any truly troubled clients, so I threw her a curveball.
What if you were charged with rehabilitating A-Rod's image after everything that's happened to him?
A-Rod? You know, he's good looking, he's smart. I think he's got the wrong people around him.
What happens at a cocktail party when someone says, and what do you do?
Oh, my husband always laughs and says, nobody wants to talk to him. They all want to talk to me. They want to know what's going on with the players. That he has the boring job. He's a litigator, and he says nobody ever wants to talk to him. They want to know what's going on and how long someone's going to be out, and is the injury really bad, and do they need surgery? So.
And Anthony, Kim is well aware that people think she has the dream job. She loves her job. But she says what most people don't realize is that you've got those calls coming in on Thanksgiving Day from the player who needs help. And of course, you have to be there for him.
Small price to pay, it seems, for a very cool job.